action.
Hello, young leaders. It's such a pleasure to be able to speak to you today to contribute to this amazing workshop or gathering organized by NuGenNext, which is nurturing the new generation. I would really like to congratulate Sharon, who is actually a kingdom leader, an entrepreneur, a social media expert, marketer. She's so many things, but I'm really proud that Sharon, you have been able to organize this important event to see that young people are rising up to be leaders as the leader you are and the leader you are going to be. Now, why is it important for you to be here today, to be investing in your leadership? It's important in two ways. One, for you, but another way for our continent, Africa. As you know, African Union and all our African heads of state came together and agreed on a vision for the continent, which they've called Agenda 2063. This vision is of a united, peaceful, prosperous continent driven by its citizens and representing a dynamic force in the global arena. Now, who are the citizens of this continent that are going to lead us to this vision, Agenda 2063? It's nobody else but you. Some of you are 15 and you'll be 78 in 2063, meaning that you are the ones who are going to carry our continent to its vision. So it's really important for us to see that you are growing and that you are not only growing in intellect, but you're growing as leaders who bring value to the continent. Now, I would like to talk about a few things. One is the need for you to value yourself. The aspect of value is so critical in terms of leadership, because first, you need to value yourself. Second, you need to add value to yourself, which you are doing right now by participating in this event. And third, once you've added value to yourself, then you're able to add value to others. And that is the essence of leadership. And in leadership, you need three things. One is IQ, which is your intelligence, but that's a very small aspect of it. Second, you need EQ, which is emotional intelligence, and that is about treating the other person as I would like to be treated myself, loving your neighbor as yourself. Then the third is DQ, and that is divine intelligence, always having connection to your divine maker who can give you the supernatural strength you need in order to do things in a super successful way. So I am a certified John Maxwell coach and mentor and trainer, and I want to share a few ideas or a few nuggets on what it takes to transform yourself for success. There are so many things that you can do, but I just want to share two things. The first is the importance of your self-image as a young leader who is growing up, who is ready to take on maybe higher school, university, or go straight into work after your secondary school studies. The first is the positive self-image. Now, positive self-image is actually the greatest determining factor for success. It is so important. And you know, unfortunately, many of us do not see ourselves in a positive light. When people are asked to identify their strengths and their weaknesses, how many do you think will be more than the other? It is obviously the weaknesses, because most people 5 times, most people list 5 times more weaknesses than strengths. because we have been brought up in a very strange way that makes us always look at the negative aspects of ourselves. But there are 4 truths that John Maxwell talks about that are important for our success. He says, you may succeed if no one else believes in you, but you will never succeed if you do not believe in yourself. Isn't that true? The second is, how you see yourself determines how you see others. So when you have a lower self-image, just be guaranteed that you won't be comfortable with people who have a positive self-image. And you may even start criticizing them. They're too proud, because naturally we always want to lift ourselves up. But if you have a lower self-image, you'll always find yourself sometimes bringing others down in order that you may feel better. But if you can imagine yourself pulling somebody down like that, where do you also go? You see where I'm going? I'm also going down. So you go down with them. But if you pull somebody up, you are rising with them. So it's so important that we cultivate a positive self-image so that we can lift others up and move them forward. The other thing is how others see you and how they express how they see you is actually how you see yourself. Isn't that incredible? And then how you see yourself actually determines your future. Because, you know, if you have a big dream, but you see yourself as a very small person who could never reach anywhere, then you will never be able to achieve your dream. You know, you can achieve it mainly because you are everything you believe to be. In fact, a wise man says, what a man thinketh, so is he. Or what a woman thinketh, so is he. We are what we think. We are what we believe. So I encourage you to dream big and begin to see yourself in that big dream as one of the people or the main person who has made that dream to come true. Now, the first thing I talked about was a positive self-image. The second very important thing I want to talk about is your character. Now, the accumulation of personal qualities together, your personal qualities define your character. And some people define who you are by your character. And there are 2 main components to a good character. One is self-discipline and the other is good core values. Now, regarding self-discipline, are you in charge of your life and your actions? Or are you allowing everybody else to determine what will happen in your day? Are you willing to say no? Even I am still learning how to say no. It's not an easy thing, but you find that if you cannot say no, you're pulled from one place to another. Your finances all disappear. I was talking with my friend Rachel yesterday, that if you don't plan for your finances, people plan for them. And you're not able to fulfill, you know, the desires of your work or what you want to do. And self-discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, where you want to go. You know, the first true victory you will ever have in life is actually the victory over yourself. Are you willing to put that chocolate aside, which is damaging your health? Are you willing to say no to bad friends who are taking you away from your studies, away from your good collaboration with your peers? Are they those popular people who want to always, portray as if they're the best in school when they actually are not? Are you willing not to be bullied? Are you willing to stand up and actually protect others who are being bullied? other element on character is good core values. As Africa, we have what we call Ubuntu, and this it means I am because you are, because we are. Meaning that, I'm not living in isolation. If I wake up in the morning thinking, what act of kindness can I do today? Whom can I add value to? Can I add something good to another person? We have in Africa our core values of love, of respect, of community, of integrity, and many other core values of commitment. It's really all about treating others as yourself, and it's about growing in character that builds and does not harm. Many of us graduate as very highly intellect people. I'm not one of those, but we get very good grades, we pass university, but we go into work with no character. We go into work as cruel people, impatient people. We are selfish. Those are all things that can bring you down, however high you are. I have seen people who have risen up in business and in employment, but have fallen very badly because of poor character. We know people like P. Diddy, you might know him, Whitney Houston. They were so talented, but they have lost their place in the world because of character. These days, employers, educators are looking for leaders who have good character. For example, they are looking for confidence, not cockiness. They want you to work like a boss, but not to be bossy. All right? They are looking for teamwork, because teamwork makes a dream work. They are looking for people who are ready to work with others. They're looking for enthusiasm. Are you excited to actually do your job? Are you excited about your job? Are you excited about your studies? Where you are not excited, you will not achieve your dream. Love your work. Love the people you work with. Love the nation or country where you have been placed. Love the community where you have been placed. And by love, I do not mean feelings, I mean agape love, which is about truth, mercy, and justice. Truth, everyone is made in the image of God, and they are loved by God. Mercy is about putting yourself in the shoes of another person. And justice is being fair. So I hope that these few nuggets, will help you as you embark on your journey of leadership. And I wish you the very best as you enjoy, as you work on this workshop. And I hope that in the next workshop, I'll be there with you in person. Greetings from Entebbe, Uganda. Thank you.